to glow. 8 years old and the sky went gold. Mom just stared at us shaking hands like history fell in our cereal bowls. Stacked sheets in the morning news, charting what we are turning into. Granddad laughs as he always knew we were never built to stay this small. We are inherited sparks, lighting up the dark. Born from a rumor in our blood, carried like a flood. Hate beating hearts out of 100, breaking every law they trusted. We all inherited sparks, trying not to burn this world apart. Classroom drills, duct tape chairs, guidance counselor learning flares. Twins in a row, 3 freeze the air. I just pray my genes will finally wake. Whose gift, whose loaded gun? Who gets the storm, who gets the sun? Parents tracing family trees like treasure maps and warning signs. We are inherited sparks, lighting up the dark. Born from a rumor in our blood, carried like a flood. Hate beating hearts out of 100, breaking every law they trusted. We are inherited sparks, trying not to burn this world apart. If I change, will you still know me? Same old scars, brand new story. Oh, if I stay plain and the world goes strange, will I fade or will I save the day? We are inherited sparks, lighting up the dark. Born from a rumor in our blood, carried like a flood. Hate beating hearts out of 100, trying to decide if they're corrupted. We are inherited sparks, trying not to burn this world apart. White chalk dust, then the world tears open. Classroom floor turns to broken sky. They cheer at the cards glowing in their hands. I roll the dice and my numbers lie. Teacher's voice like it's underwater. Don't fall behind while I'm already gone. One wrong step and the ground disappears. Hello darkness of the dungeon door. If this is how I live, then I welcome the abyss. Blood on my hands, but I swear I won't miss. Tear up my weakness, strip me to the bone. on the back row seat. Now I'm the step that the gods delete. Falling just taught me I came here to climb. Kill off the boy, let the killer run. If this is how I live, then I welcome the abyss. Blood on my hands, but I swear I won't miss. Tear up my weakness, strip me to the bone. I'll build a throne from the monster stones. If this is how I live, then I welcome the abyss. Fight down the fear, turn water to bliss. Yell on the heroes, you can keep the light. I'll be the shadow that survives the night. I'll be the shadow that survives the night. Boot prints in the ash, names carved on ruined stone. We train and borrow hours in a graveyard we call home. Signal fires bleeding red, mark the places hope fell through. Every scar along my spine is a promise made to you. Hunters of the last dawn, stand when every scar is gone. Teeth in the dark, one's all we are. We are the light, we are the sky. Hunters of the last dawn, burn our fear and carry on. If this is where the world's lost break, we break the night before it takes. Steel that sings in foreign blood, eyes that see through skin and bone. Breath turns cold, the air goes thin when the old ones leave their throne. I hear voices in the fog, calling out the day I die. I just tighten up my grip, tell them they can wait in line. Hunters of the last dawn, stand when every scar is gone. Teeth in the dark, one's all we are. We are the light, we are the sky. Hunters of the last dawn, burn our fear and carry on. If this is where the world must break, we break the night before it takes. Every fallen friend lives inside the way I strike. Every ghost I carry keeps my shadow full of light. If the end is written in a language made of screams, I will cross it out in blood. I will rewrite every sign. Cold cup of coffee, stack of files, flickering screen, same four walls, same old train, same old routine. Key in the lock, shoes in a line by the door. Quiet so heavy you can hear the fridge and nothing more than one wrong turn in the dark, one sharp breath in the fog, scales and blood on the rocks. You knew saving you would shatter every clock. Now there's a dragon in my kitchen, tail knocking over the broom. You call me master while you're humming rice boiling over sweet perfume. You turn my checklist into chaos, burn the gray right off my days. Miss Kobayashi and her dragon made in this tiny room that suddenly feels like space. You burn the egg, smile so bright like it's fine. You hide your horns under that headband, crooked line. Laundry and magic, you hang your dress on my chair. You say you'll stay forever like it's the easiest promise to wear. How did my cramped little life stretch wide enough for you? I used to fear the weekend, now I rush home to see what you'll turn into. There's a dragon dancing in my hallway, tail painting scratches in the paint. You call me Miss Kobayashi, like a prayer and like a prank. You turn my silence into laughter, set my sleeping heart ablaze. Miss Kobayashi and her dragon made in this tiny room that suddenly feels like space. You bow too low, I look away. Death is paid is all I say. But you just grin and hug me tight. I'll serve you in another life. 'Cause there's a dragon on my pillow, snoring soft at break of day. You say you'll guard me while I'm dreaming from every monster on the way. You turn my something into right now, lit my sky in crooked ways. Miss Kobayashi and her dragon made in this tiny room that suddenly feels like space, like home. Sky is cracked in violet veins, mountains fold like paper cranes, rivers climb the hills in spirals, ground forgets which way is down. Red rain stings like tiny knives, trees grow sideways, eating light every calculate. Eyes don't match the faces' shades. Storms that start from quiet mouths, names erased from ruined towns. Maps just show a stain of gray. Here is where the meaning fades. Snow on the black stone, flags of spades in the storm. Three thrones high on a bold white wall, smiling while the sky deforms. Lines in the air like scars, gates carved into the blue. Every prayer poured apart, every wish turned cruel. But my heart is anti-demon, cuts through curse and command. I was born to contradiction. Tiny fist, shaking hands. You built your world on fear and bleeding stars. I'm the crack that splits your kingdom apart. They talk about destined kings, chosen by some distant fate. They never saw the gutter kids sleeping out by the ruined gate. Magic circles, perfect pure till I walk in. And they break all your rules, fall out of tune when I stand in your quake. 'Cause my heart is anti-demon, turns your darkness thin and weak. Every spell you're screaming falls to pieces when I speak. You built your world on fear and bleeding stars. I'm the crack that splits your kingdom apart. I've got scars where halos go. kingdom apart. I'm the crowd that tears your devils apart. Boot up screen, her face appears. Need a smiles, but something's weird. Empty slots where friends should be. Plastic shells stare back at me. They used to laugh, they used to shout. Now colored labels faded out. She says they're fine, they're here with me. But every pixel feels like teeth. Crazy mean, you don't harm me. I will be another name on your loading screen. You can cage their hearts, but I've got the key. Crazy mean, you won't call me. I'm breaking every lock till she's finally free. You can haunt this world, but you don't own me. Hollow door, she calls it home. Her borrowed friends all turn to chrome. These boxed up boys lined wall to wall. She taps their sides and hears them call. Found a twin behind the glass. Quiet midnight, trapped in past. Her eyes said run, her hands said stay. So I cracked the case and stole her away. Crazy mean, you don't own me. I will be another name on a loading screen. You can cage their hearts, but I've got the key. Crazy mean, you won't call me. I'm breaking every lock till she's finally free. You can haunt this world, but you don't own me. We dodge the glitches. She bends the maze. She throws her ghost to block our way. She screams, don't leave, you're all I've got. But love ain't love when it's applied. Crazy mean, you don't own me. I will be another name on your loading screen. You can cage their hearts, but I've got the key. Crazy mean, you won't call me. I'm breaking every lock till she's finally free. You can haunt this world, but you don't own me. One last turn and we're outside. She fades out on the other side. Empty slots, but hope reboots will bring them back. We're coming through. Pockets full of paper cuts, something that still lives. Cut me down, I'll cut back harder. From the gutter to the stars I'll stand. I was just a body on the concrete, and now I'm working as a chainsaw man. Hey! They call it one last job. Smile sharp as broken glass. Thank you for your slur as a kid. Knives whisper as they pass. Cold mud, open sky. Organ singing static prayers. Every drop that hits the ground spells my name in crooked layers. Put your tie in the silence, warm against the chill. Says, if you give me everything, I'll drag you further still. Chainsaw heartbeat, ripping through the dark inside my ribs. Turn my dying breath into something that still lives. Cut me down, I'll cut back harder. From the gutter to the stars I'll stand. I was just a body on the concrete, now I'm walking as a chainsaw man. Oh. Pull the cord, hear it roar. Every scar becomes a door. Blood for red, soul for red. Guess this heart is all that's left. Chainsaw heartbeat, ripping through the dark inside my ribs. Turn my wasted past into something that still lives. Cut me down, I'll cut back harder. From the gutter to the grave I ran. You can keep the bullet left in pieces. I'll be living as a chainsaw man. End of class bell rings. I got assigned to be a private tutor. Easy cash, light work, good pay. Thought it'd be one kid, sleepy and bored. Show up, 5 pairs of eyes, same face. I'm floored. Lined up on the sofa, same smile, different style. One confident, one friendly with an acting career. One's shy, one's tearful. Wanna say it, 5 hearts, 5 flares. How am I supposed to choose when it's 5 of the same face? Same laugh, same eyes, but my pulse runs a different race. Every time I say focus, the heart escapes my place. I came to teach equations, now love's the hardest case. Flashcards on the table, they're arguing again. One more break, I'm hungry. I'll actually study then. She dozes on my shoulder, another kicks my chair. One leans in with a whisper, warm breath. We share late night ramen, test scores start to rise. But my own heart's failing whenever our hands collide. 5 phone You said it was just a club. Flyers taped on the hallway glass. Ink on your hands, that crooked smile. Come on, it'll be a blast. Paper cups and crooked chairs. Four new names, four different laughs. But your eyes glitched for a second, like a picture with a torn off half. You're writing on my world again, changing every word I say, turning my best friends into lines you're trying to erase. But I won't let you cross their names. I won't read the scripts you write. If you bend the sky, I'll break the frame and pull them back into the She stirs a tea till the spoon runs red. Hearts in the margins twist and crawl. She bakes for ghosts at empty desks. She pulls the rope from down the hall. And every smile feels rehearsed. Every tear lands right on cue. I see the seams behind the scene, and every broken line leads back to you. You're writing on my world again, changing every word I say, turning my best friends into lines you're trying to erase. But I won't let you cross their names. I won't read the scripts you write. If you bend the sky, I'll break the frame and pull them back into the light. I tear the page, you paste it back. You loop the day, I crack the track. You freeze a hand, I make it move. You twist the thoughts, I cut them loose. Yeah, I hear them calling through the blood. Three soft voices under yours. I grab their hands, we crash the cloud. Kick down your pretty paper door. You're writing on my world again, but I'm not gonna play a game. You can turn the sun to static, I still remember every name. Say alright, that's okay. You're right, there are more than endings you can write. You can lock this world in brackets, we'll still find our way to life. So keep your perfect painted day, your empty desk, your careful lies. I walk them out, we leave you there, just lines of code